Hi everyone, I'm Cheyenne Malone. Misunderstandings, they can be costly, right? So it's important to know how to effectively communicate before you get to that point, that dreaded point often. Today we are joined once again by Matt Easton, sales coach, consultant, and the founder of Easton University. There he is. He's here to talk to us more about misunderstandings. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks for having me, Cheyenne. I think we're gonna help people out both in their business. Misunderstandings are costly in business, and they cause us drama in our personal life. Hopefully, we're gonna solve both sides of that coin for our amazing audience today.
Awesome, love that. Well, break it down for us. What types of misunderstandings are we talking about when it comes to business?
Well, can I give you a specific example?
I would love it.
All right. Hopefully, my super beautiful, awesome, amazing wife won't be too mad at me for sharing this. But the other night, I came home, wanted to make some dinner, had my bags of my stuff from the Whole Foods, and my wife had her big Christian Dior handbag, all of her stuff. I don't know. There's a gang out there now with these giant Stanley water bottles. It was like an 82-gallon water. You got one?
Oh, I got
That's
plenty.
right.
I got every color. Yes.
He's part of your crew. The water bottle was there. Her planner was out. Her bag was out. All the stuff was all over the counter. And I said, Heather, why'd you put this there? Now, I want you to tell me what you think her response to why'd you put this there was.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ambushed.
Ambushed.
I'm just comfortable in my own home. What are you talking
Attacked.
about?
Right? Not great. Conversation didn't go too well. Okay. So I ordered something from Amazon. Let's tell you if it works. So here's the problem. Here's how we're going to avoid misunderstandings. I bought the mind reader cap. Okay. And I ordered one for you, Cheyenne, too. Okay.
All husbands need this, but go ahead.
Correct. Unfortunately, my mind reader cap is busted. And so was my wife's. Now, here's the thing. What if the first way that we can avoid misunderstandings is not a mind reader cap. It's to state our intention, okay? Now, if I was more skillful in that conversation, here's how stating my intention would sound. Hey, Heather, why did you put this there? The reason why I ask is I got some stuff from Whole Foods. I was hoping to cook dinner tonight, but it looks like your planner's out and you're working your stuff that you're doing for your Pilates classes, and I don't want to mess your system up. That probably would have gone over a lot better.
Much better. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because here's the problem, and these hats don't work. We have to state our attention, both in business and in our personal life, right? What are you guys paying right now is intrusive. It's invasive. The answer's probably going to be none ya. None ya? Yeah, none your business. What are you guys paying right now? Because the reason why I ask is we've got several different financing options, and depending on what type of monthly payment you're comfortable with, we can move things around in terms of stretching out the payment or doing payments a lot sooner so you could get it paid off. We need to state our intentions. We're expecting our customers, we're expecting our prospects, we're expecting our coworkers, our spouse, and our children to know what's going on in our head. And I'm saying this as an optimistic person. I realize there's some nefarious characters out there that just want to talk smack, but they're not watching this program. Most of the time when we're asking somebody, our spouse, our coworkers, our customers, a question, it's because we have good intentions.
Sure.
It's because we want to help them. But they take it as you're being evasive, you're prying, you're just trying to scam me, or you're just trying to come in here and try and get me to move my big water bottle off the counter. They can't read our minds. So guys, let's practice stating our intentions. Now, I've got another one that will help us, another tip. We're going to state our intentions as tip number one. I've got a second tip, Cheyenne, too, that will help us if you guys are interested.
We are. Bring it.
Okay. Same reason the tinfoil hat doesn't work. By the way, I'm returning it. A lot of times our prospects, our loved ones, our customers, our coworkers can't read our minds. We also can't read their minds. So where I want you, when you're making a statement or you're asking a question, where I want you to state your intention, what I want you to do, and if you go back and roll tape on this, I did it with you, Cheyenne, at the beginning, as a customer makes a statement to you, asks a question to you, you can't read their mind. So what I want you to do is I want you to say, when you say blank, can you give me a specific example? When you say you're looking to lower your payment, can you give me a specific example of what you meant by that? Far too often, somebody will say, hey, I want to lower my payment. And we'll go, great. We can stretch your payment out, right? We don't read their mind and we create a misunderstanding. They're like, man, I don't want to do that, right? Hey, I want to lower my payment. Totally get it, Cheyenne. When you say you want to lower your payment, can you give me a specific example? Yes. What I mean by lowering my payment is I want to pay as little amount of interest as possible. So if you guys have, I'm really not concerned about the dollar amount of the check that I'm writing. What I'm concerned about is the total payment over time. So if there's a way I could maybe do 12-month financing and pay a little bit less interest, I'd be more interested in that, right? Again, we want to help that customer. We want to help that prospect. We want to help that coworker or loved one. But a lot of times we've only got a piece of the story, or worse, we're looking at the world through our lens, what we think lowering our payment should be, or what the last 10 clients that we worked with should be, when all it takes is, when you say blank, can you give me a specific example? Hey, we weren't happy with the florist we used before. Don't jump into, oh, you're going to be really happy with us. We're the #1 florist in Atlanta and we've got 900 reviews and we're great. Oh my goodness. When you say you weren't happy with your florist before, can you give me a specific example of what happened? Yeah, so we do a lot of weddings here at our facility and we recommend florists. We've had somebody who's been great for 10 years, but they switched out their personnel and they've been late on their deliveries the last 10 out of 20 times. And when you've got a wedding, things have to move on the clock and it's held us up here. When you say it's up here, how did you work around that with the flowers being delivered late? Wasn't good. Our team had to really scramble to get everything in place and do the place things. Now you're having a more collaborative conversation. It's not about me being the smartest person in the room. Cheyenne, it's not about you being the smartest person in the room. It's not about our audience being the smartest person in the room. It's about us truly understanding our clients, our coworkers, our loved ones. And until they figure out that tinfoil hat and get it to work, the only way we're going to understand is, one, when we state our intentions, when we make a statement or ask a question, and two, we allow that person to give us a specific example of what they truly meant when they ask us a question or they make a statement to us.
Makes sense. So what about, you're explaining personal relationships, right? And you're explaining, maybe through the sales process. I presume you'd have to do this within the workplace as a business owner or a manager.
100%. Let's take both of those. As a business owner, can you imagine how, and by the way, what's the hardest thing for a business owner to do right now? Find and retain great people. Yeah. I'm going to repeat that because it's real important. The hardest thing as a business owner, and especially a small business owner, to do is to find and retain great people. Every day, in every way, in every city, a small business is losing a rock star over a slight little misunderstanding, miscommunication. Even if it wasn't a misunderstanding, things get blown out of proportion. And if we slow down and state hey, Cheyenne, right? And why were you late today? Right? Nanya, I'm out of here. I got 4 other job offers. Cheyenne, why were you late today? The reason why I ask is, you're really important to our organization and I've noticed things haven't been going well. I don't want to pry. I don't want to share anything. I just want to make sure that myself and the rest of the team here is supporting you. It sounds like you got some stuff going on. Yeah, I didn't really want to get into it, but my son, he was getting bullied last year and he's doing a new school, and with school starting, it's been real difficult with us with the adjustment, and I don't really understand traffic getting to that new school, and I really apologize. No sweat. Would it help if we looked at maybe redesigning your schedule to work around you getting your son to that new school? Oh my gosh, boss, that would be awesome. right? When you have a worker, when you have a rock star, when you have a pillar of your business, you can't read their mind. They're not going to tell you that they're stressed out because they're trying to get their kid to a new school. And some of the time when you say, why were you late today? That's the straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. And they're like, I'm quitting my job, right? And then they go home and cry, and you go home and you cry. And we could have worked this out if we had just stated our intention, right? Or same thing for them. When they say to you, hey, I'm going to be late, instead of just popping off, well, that's unacceptable. When you say you're going to be late, can you give me a specific example of what's going on? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to really share with, my personal stuff. I know it's not your guys. No, you've worked here. You've been great. We love having you here. What's up? What's going on? My son's in a new school, and it's just, I'm late, and I picked him up late 3 times. Man, how can we work together to solve this, right? Where's the school? When do you need to leave? Right now, you've got a collaborative conversation on your hands. State your intentions if you're a business owner. State your intentions, by the way, if you're an employee, right? Not everybody is out to get you. Your employees aren't out to get you. Your boss isn't out to get you. Guys, let's slow the process down. Let's slow the conversation down, and let's truly understand each other. Good things will happen.
It goes both ways. I like it. You've got to understand
both ways.
Both sides, for sure.
Yep.
Matt, before we say goodbye, any final thoughts?
Yes, I have final thoughts. If you guys need sales coaching for your people, if you're a small business, if you're a big business, and you want your people to be more skillful and effective, check us out over at Easton University. You guys can follow me on social media, even if you just want better ways to get your kid to do your homework or to not have arguments before you cook dinner. You can find me on social media at Easton University. I'm here for you guys. I love you guys. I want to make your life better. I want to make it easier. Everybody watching this program, we're on the good side of things, and let's do great, and let's help people improve their lives.
Love it, love it. Sounds like there's much more where that came from as well. Matt Easton, sales coach, consultant, and the founder of Easton University. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me, Cheyenne.